The spring tour is about going out, talking about the GRDC issues, everything from how the levy's raised, what we spend the levy on, about where the Western Panel should spend their money. And typically we've done that on an annual basis as one tour. This year and last year we broke the tours up into three sections. So we do one in the Northern Ag region, one through the Central Ag region and one through the South. The reason for that is that we actually are trying to get to more growers. Any issues raised during spring tour, in fact any issues that are raised any time throughout the year are included in the list of priorities for Western Panel to consider. The process that Western Panel go through, and Western Panel is made up predominantly of growers. 70% of the representation on Western Panel is growers. We use a very structured process about analysing where our money should be spent. It's not an ad hoc program by any means. In general, crops are looking pretty good, which really leads into the number one issue in the Western region, which is frost. Frost did a whole lot of damage 2 years ago. We've had 3 frosts since 2000 that have done a lot of damage in the Western region. And again, this year the crops are looking very, very good, and the biggest fear that growers have out there at the moment is frost damage. Second most important priorities that we invest in that growers keep talking to us about are non-wetting soils. Non-wetting soils are becoming more prevalent across the Western region. The third, and probably one of the really important things that we've recognised for a long time on the Western Panel, is weed resistance. Herbicide resistance is certainly becoming a very big issue for the Western region. Glyphosate is a herbicide that's absolutely paramount for the Western region to be able to produce the crops that it does for the amount of productivity. Other issues are profitable break crops. Guys are worried they've got a monoculture out there with cereals. There's a lot of wheat on wheat, barley on barley, and to have a break crop in that system that's profitable is a big issue for the Western Panel. We've just funded a large investment with our partner in DAFWA looking at break crop agronomy, so not so much around the breeding of break crops but the agronomy based around that. The RCSNs, as I've mentioned before, are very important in our validation process. So the RCSNs constantly work on what their priorities are in their particular regions. We take them back to panel and analyse those. If there's more than 1 or 2 RCSNs with an issue, it rises to the top of the way we think about it, how our priorities should fit. So the RCSNs are a very important process for the GRDC. I congratulate the people that have been on those RCSNs for the work they've done for the last 2 years, and I trust that it will continue.